Hi ladies, Jenny here. It's been a while, sorry about that. This is a tutorial on a Christmas gift planner that I recently made. If you're anything like me, I like to start my Christmas shopping early, but in doing so I tend to buy things, put them away and forget that I've bought them, and then find them after Christmas. So this is hopefully going to help me plan my Christmas gifts better. So basically all it is a planner with just a few bits of paper, odds and ends, some pockets and envelopes. Envelopes for your receipts, journaling notes. This is a paper bag. So you can put your receipts, or you can put your brochures, catalogues, things like that in. Here's another pocket in here, area for notes. Another pocket on the back of that page with some notes, and just some lined copy paper basically. I've double-sided those, and then some blank pages in there. So, and I've got 4 tabs in here. Now I'm thinking maybe the first one could be his family, or my family. The second one, his family. And each of these sections has exactly the same detail as in the first tab I showed you. I've just got a trifle recipe there. The third one could be for the friends, our friends. That one there's just a little, what is Boxing Day? And so the third one could be friends, for our friends, and the fourth one could be for co-workers, things like that. And then after that, I've just got a little shipping tag there. And I've actually done a calendar from July to December. During the Christmas period, usually just in the November, December time frame, you have some events going on, and so down the bottom of the calendar here I've got schedule of events, and there's enough room on here to write some notes on each of the days. So I've got July, August, September, October, November, December. Then I've got another Christmas tag, and then at the back here I've got a section for names and addresses for Christmas cards that for people that you normally send to. I've got cards sent yes, no, and then an area for their name and address. And then it just ties up there, and can pop that in your bag. Now this one's made at 8 by 6. I think this is probably 6.5 or 6 1/4. Let's see. That's 6 3/4, the covers. Plus you've got a little room there with the binding. So that's just my Christmas planner. I haven't finished decorating it yet. I don't know whether I'm going to. It's going to be used once for this Christmas, obviously, because I'm going to have notes and everything in it. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is we have to make our tags. Now I've made the tags, I've made the pages 6 inches plus a 1/2 inch for the tabs. Okay, so you can get a piece of A4 or A12 cardstock. They're made out of cardstock. And we need to cut it at 6 1/2 because we've got to allow for the tab. So I'll just cut that down there at 6 1/2. And this is the size that I've made it is probably a bit of a waste of your cardstock, but you can use these for other things, the leftovers. Okay, so our first tab is going to be at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trimmer here and the blade and set it down on, oops, get it lined up right, set it down on the 2-inch mark. Okay, and cut from there down. And then just grab the scissors and Okay, now what you're going to need for this is a corner punch that you can take the outer piece off, so you can line this up and cut it at the angle like that, and then you can put it back on. Oops, get it right, Jen. Put it back. You don't have to, but so you can then line up your top one. Okay, and if that's not even enough for you, well, it's not for me, so I basically just get my sanding block and just clean those edges up. So that's your first tab. So now get another piece of cardstock and go for your second tab. Again, we're cutting it at the 6.5 inch mark. Now, but for the second tab, we need it to come down 2 inches before we, we need to cut it down to the 2 inch mark first. So bring your blade down to the 2 inch mark, and then lift it up and bring it down to the 4 inch mark, because that's where our second tab ends. Okay, and then just snip off those extra bits there, and you've got your second tab. And again, you'll need to take off your guide on your corner chomper and cut that. Okay, right, so that's your second tab. Now, because I've done this 8 inches, 2, 4, 6 and 8, so it's going to be fairly even down there. No maths really involved in this. Okay, so the next one's going to be cut down to the 6 inch mark. After I cut the paper to 6.5, bring it over 1/2 inch. Bring it down to, we can cut down to the 4 inch mark. Sorry, we need to cut down to the 4 inch mark, lift it up, come down to the 6 inch mark and cut the rest down there. Okay, and then snip her off. I'll wait around those corners just for time's sake. We'll get our next piece of cardstock, cut it. Now, one thing I didn't show you, ladies, this is 8 1/4 inch, so I've got to measure it to the 8 1/4. Okay, but that's okay. Nothing's lost. Okay, so we'll come down. We now need to cut down to the 6 inch mark, and then lift up and cut her off. Okay, so there are your 4 tabs. Now, just 4 tabbed pages. I shall just show you in a second, because I've got to now cut these down. That was the third, I hope. So we'll cut these down to the 8 inch mark. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there's your 4 tabs, all nice and even, well, sort of even. Okay, so all 2 inch tabs.